everyone, and my name is Viola, and today we're gonna read Diary of Wimpy Kid 7 story. And today I'm gonna start reading on Monday and the end of reading on Tuesday or Wednesday. So are you ready for read this one but with a lot of stories? Now here we go. And first we can read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid 7, the third wheel, starting on Monday. I'm pretty sure Mom decided that whenever she tried with me when I was little didn't work out because she was taking a totally different approach with Manny. For starters, Mom pretty much lets Manny watch whenever he wants on TV, so he keeps it on his show called Snurples 24 hours a day. Groggled, blop, pop, pop. Bob? Yup, yup! I tried to watch the Snurples a few times, but I had no idea what was going on. The Snurples have their own language that I guess only 3 years old can understand. Blingy blop, yorp, yorp, yorp. After Manny watches the show, he gets frustrated when no one in our family can understand him. Sprinkly, slop, slop. But another day, Mom read an article in the newspaper that said watching the Snurples actually sets kids back about the year with their language development and messes up their social skills too. Well, that explains a lot. Manny doesn't have any real friends, and whenever Mom hosts playgroup at our house, Manny is the only one who doesn't interact with other kids. I think part of the issue is that Manny doesn't like to share his toys. So when kids come over, Manny locks himself inside of the old Doc Sweetie's exercise pen and keeps his toys all to himself. And whenever Mom tries to get Manny to play with other kids and on his own, it backfires. At our church, they have this new thing where they send all the little kids down to the basement during the service so they can play in color. By the first time Mom dropped Manny off downstairs, there was not only the one other kid in the play area, and he told Manny he was a vampire. His scream! I felt a little bad for Manny because I had to deal with a really scary story when I was his age too. I was stuck in the preschool with this boy named Bradley who tranquilized me every chance he got. Raw! Scream! I told Mom about Bradley every day when I came home and said I didn't want to go to school anymore. But that summer, Bradley and his whole family moved away, so the problem took care of itself. After Bradley moved, Mom wrote a story called Bad Bradley about a kid who was always misbehaves. Bradley was a bad kid in his real life, but in Mom's version, he was pretty much evil. Do not bite the teacher, Bradley. Biting the teacher is not allowed. I think Mom is actually gonna try and get her story published. But Bradley and his family moved back into our neighborhood the next spring, so she had to scrap it. You remember Bradley, don't you? Even though Mom never got her Bad Bradley story published, she used it to teach Manny about how you're supposed to behave in preschool. that's one of the reasons many so afraid of other kids his age. Don't poke your thumb in that child's eye, Bradley. Many may not have any real friends, but he has a bunch of imaginary ones. I've kind of lost count of them all, but the names I can remember is Joey, Petty, Danny, Chalice, Tribble, the other kids, Chalice, Tribble, Tiny Jim, and Johnny Cheddar. I don't know how many came up with all those fake prints, but believe me, to him they're real. One time, Manny took his imaginary friends to the grocery store with a total meltdown, and Mom supposedly left Charlie's Tribble behind a frozen food aisle. Sometimes I wonder if Manny made up his imaginary friends so he could get us stuff like extra dessert for after dinner. And one more cookie for Danny. Mom says if we tell Manny his so-called friends aren't real, it could be traumatized, so we just have to go along with. I just hope he grows out soon, because it's getting kind of ridiculous. Sometimes I have to wait until Manny's imaginary friends are done using the bathroom before I can get in. Hurry up in there! Knock, knock. Lately, Manny have been blaming things he does on his imaginary friends. The other day, he smashed a plate on the floor and then told Mom it was Johnny Cheddar, who seems to be the troublemaker of his pack. Instead of punishing Manny for breaking plate and lying about it, Mom gave a time out to Johnny Cheddar that really sticks. That time out cherished brand new red liner in the family room, so I couldn't sit in it to watch television. Like I said, I know his old imaginary friend is bunch of Bellany, but Manny acts so serious about and that kind of spooky. Whenever I go sit somewhere down the house, I make sure none of Manny's friends are around. The last thing I needed to do is plop down on the sofa to watch TV and squish Tiny Jim. It's not like I'm watching a lot of television these days anyway. Mom's pretty worried about Manny and his social skills, so she doesn't like the TV to be on when Manny's around. Recently, Mom came up with this idea called Family Night, where we play a board game or go out dinner together instead of watching TV. I was gonna tell you really. We're gonna do a reading on Saturday. Today is really long. I guess the idea is to get to interact with one another more, so it rubs some money. When we go out to dinner, we usually end up at a place called Courtney's Family Style Restaurant. They have a rule at Courtney's that you are not allowed to wear a tie. And first time we went there, that found out the hard way. You don't look like you're having fun. Snip. Oh no. This man have snapped Graggly Dad's tie. Oh no. There's a few different seating sections at the Corny, but since we always have Nanny with us, they put our family in the section called Children's Alley. In Children's Alley, I don't think they even bother cleaning up when our family lives in a new ones. Come on. So when you get in your table, there are a lot of crumpled napkins on the floor and half-eaten French fries on the seats. Oh, the kids is eating it really dirty. In the Children's Alley, I don't think they even bother cleaning up where the family lives in new. Oh, we have read this. So the first time I went to Corny's, I didn't check my seat and I ended up sitting on the oven faced peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh no, Gregory have sit on open faced peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So Gregory sit on that sandwich, so his pants might be really dirty now. Another thing I hate about children's alley is that you're right next to the bathrooms and the doors are always swinging open so you can see in that they're where you're trying to eat. Also the service the service terrible at Corny, so we always just get a buffet and serve ourselves. The food is in the metro trays, and there are always stuff from the tray mixed with others. At the dessert bar, they have an ice cream dispenser where you can make your own sundae. Not Sunday, not the weekend Sunday, it's another Sunday. I know that sounds great, but there's a reason. Oh, the I think Sunday is an ice cream name. So I know that sounds great, but there is a reason most restaurants don't let the customers operate the soft serve machines. Help yourself. Oh no. Some kid is eating the ice cream. No cups, just push and eat like this. Maybe he was gonna eat all of it. One of the reasons Mom likes to go into Corny is that they have a bullfit. She's hoping Manny will learn play with another kids in that age. But Manny usually just borrows himself and a pile of balls to hide from another kids when it waits and out until it's time to go home. Oh, Manny is hiding over here in the bullfit so he's waiting to go home. So and not playing with another friends. At last Thursday we went to Corny's and Mom usually made Manny go into the plastic cubes. So he couldn't hide in the bull pit. Manny got freaked out there. 2 of them was too scared to come down his own. Pound, pound, pound. So Mom told me I had to go up there and get him since I was only one in the family who was small enough to crawl in the tubes. I tried to climb up through the area Manny had used to get the tubes, but it was too tight of a squeeze and I had to bowl out. That means there was only way I could get to Manny was climb up at the sprawl plastic slide that empties into the bull pit. And I'm not a fan of dark and enclosed spaces to begin with, so I wasn't looking forward to crawling up that thing. I yelled into the bottom to make sure the coast was clear, but the kids ignored me in the same sliding door anyway. Once I made us past the traffic jam, I got all the way to the top. I started crawling around, drove the maze of tubes to try to find out many. There's no ventilation up there, and it reeked of dirty socks. I realized I was the wrong person to go looking for many 12 because I've always been bad at mess. This is following Mom into the corn maze to Reynolds' farm. Mom in the corn maze, Reynolds' farm, yes. And Mom is counting on me to find a way out. But I got us so lost that Mom called 911 for someone to come and rescue us. This time, I didn't have mom's cell phone to bail me out. And when some kid threw up at one end of the tunnel, the other kids came rushing my way to get the slide. Eventually, I found many in one of the tunnels, but by then I was ready to crack up. So one of the waiters had to climb up and rescue Manny and me. The worst part of the whole experience was that I had to drop my favorite pair of jeans because I couldn't get rid of smell of feet. And even after washing him bleached 3 times. Oh no, I think kids' foot smell is really stinky. So tomorrow we start reading on Saturday and then reading on the weekend story. So did you have fun? Your listeners contribute come back with some things, but not this story because it might be a new chapter to read for tomorrow. So please thumbs up my YouTube and bye bye everyone.